Hello, I'm Marcus from Paperboat Games, and I'm here to give you a quick overview of our latest game, Snapshot. Snapshot is a card collecting, dice managing, push your luck game. Players are wildlife photographers searching through the jungles and other habitats in order to find the rarest animals to photograph. Now, this is a prototype game. We are close to finalizing the design and the artwork, but at the moment everything you see here is prototype, so it is subject to change. And of course, this box is the prototype box. We do have rules online for you to read right now, and we also have a digital version on Tabletopia that you can try right now for free. The links to both of these are on the Snapshot page of our website, which is paperboatgames.com. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick overview of the game, just to kind of give you an idea of what it's all about. So you are a wildlife photographer who's been hired by Snapshot magazine to take pictures for the latest edition. Now, the player who gains the most prestige in the game will be crowned Wildlife Photographer of the Year and will win the game. The three ways you get prestige are: you'll be photographing animals by exploring the habitats and then rolling dice to photograph them. You will be competing for awards, and you will also be completing your secret assignment that's been given to you by the magazine itself. So, let's start with the animals. On your turn, you'll be drawing animals from the deck and place them into their corresponding habitat. Now, there are 4 habitat types: shoreline, savanna, mountain, rainforest, and if you draw 2 animals from the same habitat, they just stack up. Now, the more animals you draw in a single habitat, the greater the chance that you'll end your turn early and lose the progress you've made. So you don't want to draw too many cards, you want to balance it just right. There we go. And eventually you'll get to a point where you want to stop drawing cards and start photographing. At this point, we take our 6 dice, you always have 6 dice, and you assign them to the creatures you want. So let's say I want these 2 savanna creatures. We have a hornbill and a zebra. So you have to place a dice into the habitat itself to explore it, and then you have to place a dice on each creature to photograph it. Now, the numbers you need to roll are listed on the cards themselves. With the habitats, you need to roll this number on at least 1 dice that you place there. But with the animals, you need to roll a total. So the total is listed here. For the wreathed hornbill, total of 2. Nice and easy. For the zebra, total of 5. A little bit harder. So at this point, you can add extra dice to the rolls that you think need it. Part of the game is judging whether you want to double down and make a roll very safe, or whether you actually want to be a little bit risky and maybe go for another habitat, another animal. But of course, only you can judge which is the most appropriate. So let's say I play it safe and I roll 3 dice for the zebra, 2 for the savanna. Let's go for it. So roll the habitat dice. Luckily, I have a 4, which is 3 or higher. So we've explored the savanna successfully. Now we go for the animals. So I'm going to photograph the wreathed hornbill. Let's roll the dice. I need a 2 or more. And it is a 2, so I've photographed the hornbill. And then finally, we roll for the zebra. So here we have 3 dice, probably overkill, but let's go for it. 8, so successful. And now I have 2 animals photographed. So that is one of the key ways of scoring prestige in the game. That each animal has different amounts of prestige. The harder the animal is to photograph, the more prestige you'll gain. The second way you collect prestige in this game is with these photography awards. So these are 3 of a kind. If you collect 3 savanna animals, for example, and I've already got 2, so I'm well on my way, then you take the top tile, you get the prestige that's listed on it. Now, the prestige reduces with each tile that's taken, so you want to be the first to get the 3 of a kind. The third way to gain prestige is with these secret assignment cards. Now, these are assignments that have been given to you by Snapshot magazine. They feature 2 elements. Number 1, a cover photo. Now, these are named animals, and if you capture that animal, then you just get the points. And then the other section is the feature article. Now, you'll get points if you can photograph animals that have the requisite traits that are listed on the card. So, for example, this one asks me to photograph birds, and I have just so happened to photograph a bird right here. So, I'm already on my way to getting some bonus points. And that, in a nutshell, is Snapshot. Now, there are a few other elements, a little extra depth. For example, you can earn these tracking tokens, and you can then spend them to mitigate bad dice rolls, reroll dice, that kind of thing. You can also reserve animal cards, so you can take them off the board, put them into your hand, maybe to roll for them later, or to prevent another player from getting a particularly good card. But I won't go into these details now because this is just meant to be an overview, and we'll leave that for another time. So that's Snapshot. As I said, we have the rules on our website, as well as a link to the digital version on Tabletopia, so you can check the game out right now if you want. And if you want any more information or to ask us any questions, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, paperboatgames.com. Thank you very much for watching.